If you're a first-time home buyer in Halifax or HRM and you skip this step or you rush through it, you're only setting yourself up for stress, disappointment, and possibly losing the home that you actually want. I'm talking about the mortgage pre-approval. Now, I know it's not the most exciting part about the home buying process, but let me be very clear right out of the gate. Your pre-approval determines what homes you can seriously compete for in the Halifax real estate market, period. In this video, I'm breaking down the real mortgage pre-approval process. Not bank marketing, not theory, but how this actually plays out when real buyers in Halifax try to get a home in this market. I'm your real-life realtor here in Halifax and HRM, using modern technology and tips for you to make your realty dreams actually happen. Now, let's dive into the wonderful world of pre-approvals. I do want to have a real talk first and foremost. I'm a realtor. I have a base knowledge about mortgages, but I do have my go-to mortgage brokers that I always recommend and have worked with for all of my clients over the years of my career. They're the experts that truly provide you with a budget. This video is just going over the process and what to expect. Now, let's dive in. A proper mortgage pre-approval does three massive things. First, it tells you what you can actually afford, not what an online calculator suggests on a good day. Second, it usually locks in the interest rate, which protects you while you're shopping and viewing properties that you might like. And third, and this is the part that most buyers underestimate, it determines how strong your offer can be when you find the right home. We're going to be going over 5 points of the mortgage and pre-approval process and why they're so important. You need to stay for tip number 4 because I personally think that this is the most important stage in the video if you want to be the most successful. In a competitive Halifax market, this isn't optional to have a pre-approval. This is the foundation. Can you imagine buying a home without a foundation? The same is to be said by a seller accepting an offer without any proof of a financial foundation from a buyer. Let me give you a real example that I've seen play out. I worked with a first-time buyer who came to me after they had already been casually house hunting. They had spoken to their bank, thought that they were pre-approved, and they felt confident moving forward. Then we found the house. It had the perfect location. It was in great condition. It was the right price. Everything fit perfectly for their needs and what they were looking for. When we went to write the offer, we realized that their pre-approval was more of a conversation than an actual approval. It turns out that their lender was actually just an underwriter, not an actual broker. I understand helping out a friend, but they weren't ready to be giving this type of advice to my clients. Now, this is why I have my personal recommendations, because I know exactly what to expect and I can make sure that my clients are moving forward with confidence and certainty. Now, to end the story, my clients didn't lose the house. Their lender friend asked one of their senior managers to help. I was able to work with the seller's agent to give us an extension on our conditions, and not even my clients know this, but I had one of my go-to mortgage brokers all ready to go with his lender just in case we needed a second opinion. So this process doesn't have to be stressful, and we're going to go over the first step of making sure we have our finances in order before we go looking at homes. So step 1 is understanding your credit score and your debts. Lenders look at your debt to income ratio, how much monthly debt you carry compared to how much income you earn. Simple enough, makes total sense. But here's the hype moment that people need to hear. Even small debts can quietly kill your buying power. Credit cards, car payments, student loans, all of it matters, and yes, the lender will have to see it all anyway. So it's best to not hide anything from day one. It will only slow down the process. But cleaning up debts before applying can be the difference between competing with confidence or constantly feeling just shy of competing offers. Step 2 is all about the documents. This is where buyers think lenders are being difficult, but they're actually being logical. So they want the proof of income over the last 2 years with T4s, recent pay stubs, or notices of any assessments when it comes to your employment if you're self-employed. They also want a proof of down payment. So usually this is a copy of your last 90 days of bank statements, just to show that you actually have the funds to invest and buy a home. Now, you might be asking yourself, or me in this video, why this is so important. And it's because stability matters. Lenders aren't just lending the money to watch it burn, they're also managing risk. So when you prepare this easily, the pre-approval process becomes easy in and of itself. Now, step 3, again, we're gonna go over the down payment. This isn't just a strategy in your offer and what you're able to negotiate with the seller. It all starts with the mortgage options and which ones would work best for you and your goals. Yes, in Canada, you can buy a home with as little as 5% of a down payment on certain price points. But here's the real conversation that buyers need to have with their mortgage broker. At 20% down, in some cases, you can avoid the CMHC insurance, which lowers your monthly payments. In Nova Scotia, some buyers qualify for the down payment assistance program. There's also federal plans that allow for RRSP funds to be used. Now, this isn't about scraping together the bare minimum. It's about choosing the right strategy that supports your long-term goals and the best way to achieve them. Now, it's time for my favorite step, like I said. This is step number 4, where the clarity happens. It's a tale as old as time, it should be, are you gonna work with a bank or are you gonna work with a mortgage broker? Both have their pros and cons, where banks offer familiarity, where a broker can offer options. But here's the real hype moment, like I said, your mortgage professional matters just as much as your rate. Communication, transparency, strategy, and flexibility. My advice is simple and powerful. Talk to both. Ask your questions. Choose the professional who explains things clearly and makes you feel confident, not rushed or pressured. Again, I have my go-to mortgage brokers and lenders with the biggest banks in Canada. Whatever your preference is, I'll connect you with a broker or with the bank. The decision will without a doubt affect your buying experience. Finally, we have step 5, and this is the pre-approval letter. Once everything is reviewed, you'll receive a pre-approval letter. This outlines your maximum borrowing amount and your interest rate. In Halifax, this often allows us to write stronger, cleaner offers. But remember this, a pre-approval is not a final guarantee. It's conditional on the property and your finances staying the same throughout the process. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. And as a reward, here's a bonus tip that saves deals every time. It happens the moment you receive the pre-approval confirmation. Once you're pre-approved, don't buy a car. Don't open a new credit line or credit card. Don't change jobs. Don't drain your savings. I've seen deals fall apart because buyers didn't think that it mattered. If you start spending or making uncharacteristic purchases, the lender will notice, and that may change their opinion on how much they're wanting to lend you or how much they're able to lend you. A strong pre-approval doesn't limit you, it empowers you. It's how real Halifax buying works. You get clarity before emotion, strategy before pressure. My home buyer's guide goes over every step of the buying process, including pre-approvals. It's 100% free, and I've got the link for you in the description of this video. If you're planning to buy your first home in Halifax or HRM and you want guidance through the process, feel free to reach out. My information is also in the description below, and I want to wish you all a very happy holidays. I'll see you in the next video.